What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? I'm back in the regular location. That's because I ain't had to go to work today. Today was my day off, so there's that. But yes. How you guys been? I hope everybody been doing great this week. I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. Like I said in my other video, update on me. Remember when I had to go to the hospital and all that shit. So I'm feeling so much better. So much better. All I had to do was wait it out. And, for the past few days, I've been feeling so much better. So I'm thankful for that. And I hope all of you guys have been doing good. But let's just go ahead and get into this episode of what it is. All right. So before we get started into the mess, oh, listen, y'all, I just woke up, threw a shirt on. Well, actually, I just came out the shower, threw a shirt on or whatever so I can give y'all this. So if my face look like it's a little fresh, bitch, that's what it is, okay? But anyway, so before we get started, let me shout out some people. Shout out to Breona Banana. That is her YouTube channel. I want you guys to go check her out. She's a fairly new YouTuber on the scenes, and she's doing something a little different. Like, she's vlogging about her life in China at the moment. I have to check that out because that sounds a little interesting to me. Okay. Also check out shout out to Grandson Richard. Okay, he has his grandparents page. They call themselves Black Muse. Okay, and I will put all this information down in the more info box so that you guys can go and look them up. But this is for his grandparents. They have a YouTube channel called Black Muse. They're Chicago, natives or whatever. And they are music instructors. And they have been in the Chicago music business for a long time. Okay. And so they are doing interviews, and they have an interview up with Dionne Warwick. I was like, wow, that's major. Okay, Miss Dionne. Miss Dionne been getting a lot of shine lately. So I like that. I like that. So get him a look. Um, and then we have Grant Thomas, who has a YouTube channel called Grant LaShawn. And LaShawn is spelled L-E with the and then the SHAWN, okay? And it's cooking, vlogging. He's gonna get into some recaps and stuff. It's just a variety of stuff. And that's what I like about most of these YouTube channels that are coming up. They're not just trying to do the same thing that everybody else is doing, meaning that how I'm just sticking to recaps or whatever, and then talking about entertainment news. They're giving y'all life stuff, vlogging and look at my life and, cooking this. And then we have another channel, all things plant, like, oh, get your words right. All things plant-based, one word, put together. That's the name of their YouTube, their TikTok, and their IG. Okay. They also gave me a link tree link, which I will put in the more info box, because they have been, on this vegan journey, vegan food, plant-based food, a lot of brand partnerships with vegan foods and apparels. So, I'm going to put them down there in the more info box, because he's a 20-year-old trying to get his entrepreneur game on. So, check them out. See what you like. It's something for everybody, I feel, this week. Now that we got that out the way, let's get into the bullshit that is what it is, okay? So, last week, after I got through doing what it is, I don't know if it was literally that day or the next day, something popped up about Josh Duggar, okay? And I was like, Josh Duggar? That name sounds familiar. Bitch, listen, the Duggars, okay? I haven't heard nothing about them in a long time, in a minute. The last time I heard about them with Scandal Field, and I should have known this, but hold on. They like conservative Republicans and shit like that, okay? I should have known that that's what they were. We kind of figured that out, given their lifestyles and how they be and whatever. And if y'all don't remember the Duggars, okay, that was the family that had like 19, 20,000 kids. And she just kept popping them things out. And I just didn't understand it, okay? I know God said, they literally living by the Bible, okay? God said be fruitful and multiply, but God damn, and I guess it's fine when you can take care of them and ain't nobody struggling. But then issues arise, and it always bother me and make me want to think, when you have so many kids like that, how can you give them love equally and give them equal time? You know what I'm saying? So that one don't feel left out, or feel neglected or anything like that. I just want to know how that is. Okay, anybody that got big families like that, if you watching me, put that down in the comments. How do you navigate that? Because that's always been interesting to me. I can never do it. And I know our ancestors and our grandparents and great grandparents, they had multiple kids like that, but most of the times they did that shit so the motherfuckers can get to work. You know what I'm saying? They ain't had no choice. But hey, it is what it is. But moving on from that, the last story that I heard about him, big story, was the fact that Josh Duggar, I think he is like the oldest son, he got called out or whatever for molesting or touching at least four of his sisters, and then probably some other girls or whatever. And they was trying to basically, I did not like the way that they was trying to like silence somewhat or gaslight somewhat the daughters into, excuse me, not saying anything. But I think at least one or two of them, I think possibly two of them, they came forth and said, oh, excuse me, oh, what is that? Said what it was or whatever. And then what I knew that they were on bullshit, and I knew what type of people they were when they did not go get him help from a real counselor. They went to like their church member or whoever it was, and I would have locked that motherfucker up. Or at least, let him suffer the consequences, even if it wasn't jail, you need to get him some professional help. And I understand, a lot of people want to go to their church member or their church pastor and all that stuff. And they're not, some of them, most of them, 9 out of 10 do not have a degree in psychology, do not know what's really going on. And yeah, we need to have the faith and all that stuff, but sometimes people need to go a little bit deeper and they need to get a little bit more help. And it's a little bit more, it's hell of a lot more serious when you got somebody out here touching kids, okay? And not just touching kids, but touching their own family member. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised. Truth be told, I don't even think he was the only one that was probably doing that shit up in that family. It's so many goddamn of them, okay? You can't tell me it's not another one that was doing some shit. It's just, I don't want to think it, but it came up. He got arrested last week, okay? And he's married. His wife, he has 6 kids already. His wife is pregnant with their 7th child, okay? And she stayed with him throughout all this bullshit that was going on with the allegations and the facts of coming out about him touching his sisters and doing all this other stuff or whatever. Okay, fine. You want to be a dutiful wife and stay next to your husband. He's a changed man. It was in his past or whatever. Oh, if that's what you want to do, wouldn't have been me. Because once I hear that you was touching kids and then you was touching your own family member, I have to leave. I have to fucking leave, because I would be scared that you would be doing something to my own kids, to your own kids. If you can do that to your own siblings, ain't no telling what you can do to your own children, okay? And at this point, he gets arrested and his home raided or whatever. We don't know what's happening. And then it comes out, they done caught this boy with fucking child porn. I said, what? And at the same time, I'm not surprised. And I said, I'm disgusted. My soul is disgusted. Okay? Like, y'all know how we all should feel. We should feel like anybody who does anything to a child, they deserve, truth be told, they deserve to be put under the ground. Okay? I can't forgive that. I cannot forgive that. He was indicted, alleging that in 2019, he knowingly received images of children under the age of 12. He faces up to 20 years of imprisonment and fines up to $250,000 on each count. Listen, I ain't got time for this. That's nasty, okay? Throw his ass in jail and let somebody play with his ass, okay? Because we ain't got time for this. You watching this stuff, that shit gonna eventually escalate. And you got kids. That makes me feel like take them kids out of their home, take them kids from their wife, because you can't tell me that the wife don't know what's going on because she knew about his past history and stayed, okay? Ain't no telling what's going on. Take them kids out of there and call CPS. That's what I want, okay? Them kids are in danger. That's what I feel like, you guys tell me how you feel about that. And then, they probably gonna try to sweep that shit under the rug too, and you know how them whites do. But anyway, moving on from that, More messed up news. Ja Rule. Okay, listen. Ja Rule has been here before. And I like Ja Rule, all right? And my whole thing is, I know we're imperfect and sometimes mistake happen and shit happens and shit gets fallen to the wayside or whatever, and we just don't come back to it or whatever. And we gotta get back on the ball and fix the thing. But when it comes to shit like this, the IRS, that's one thing that you don't play. Okay, now see, I owe money to the IRS. I put that T out right there. I owe money to the IRS. Baby, I want a goddamn payment plan. See, and that's part of the reason why I owe to the IRS is because of fucking YouTube. Because YouTube don't take taxes out of the checks that they give us. Okay? Just to let y'all know that. Just to let y'all know that for any fellow YouTubers that's coming on the scene, they trying to get money, trying to make a career, YouTube do not take the taxes out of the checks that they give us each month, okay? And so if you don't set that money aside, at least 30% or whatever the fuck out of that check or whatever, bitch, you gonna be owing some money when IRS comes around. Trust and believe, I know, okay? And that's what it is, all right? But see, as long as you talk to the people, you get on the little payment plan depending on how much it is or whatever, and you showing effort that you actually not ignoring the fact that you got to pay these taxes, you'll be all good. Now, Ja Rule just went to jail a few years ago for tax evasion. Okay? He had owed some taxes or whatever. Now you're back in the news because the IRS is suing your ass and your wife for a total of $3 million of unpaid goddamn taxes that they've been avoiding. Okay, they said the IRS had made many attempts to get their money, which was owed from 2005 to 2010 and 2012 to 2017, but they refused to do anything. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all in a position, y'all on TV, y'all still making music, you out here beefing with 50 Cent or whatever. Who cares? Bitch, you are in a position where all you have to do is make a payment plan. And just put a little here, put a little there, or whatever. The IRS will work with you. They just want their money and want to see that you actually doing something to get them their money, okay? You ignore them, that shit is not going to go away. Your ass going to go to fucking jail. Yet again, Ja Rule, okay? You're 45 years old and now it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did this in 2011, tax evasion. You went to jail and now you still owe $2+ million, $3 million in taxes. This ain't gonna end well for him. Like tell you, please, y'all stay up on y'all taxes, okay? Stay up on y'all taxes, please. I hate when I hear these entertainers, they get to a certain point, they get rich and famous, and then all of a sudden what takes them down is the fact that they're not paying their taxes. Y'all not exempt, bitch. What the fuck? Stop it, okay? Anyway, moving on from that. Let's get to Pose, bitch, okay? I was alluding to it if you saw, because Pose came on this past Sunday. And it's the final season. The first 2 episodes premiered this past Sunday. I reviewed both episodes. And in the reviews, I was alluding to some shit that went down, okay? And I said I'd talk about it in what it is because I want to give a little bit more detail. Baby, I am so surprised that a video of this whole thing has not came out. TMZ can get every type of fucking video, bitch, to the Beyonce, Solange, and Jay-Z elevator gate, to the Sweetie and Quavo elevator gate, to all these other stuff that they can get goddamn videos from, and y'all ain't got a video of this speech, bitch, because I want to see it, just to be nosy, all right, and just to gasp myself, okay, because I cannot believe it. Janet Mock is the writer and director, probably creator or whatever, executive producer and all that stuff. She works on Pose. Pose is like her baby, you know what I'm saying? And Ryan Murphy also works on Pose. And if you don't know who Ryan Murphy is, he does American Horror Story. He did Glee. He did Scream Queens. He did Nip Tuck. He did a lot of these shows that's out here these days, especially the twist ones. That's probably 9 out of 10 is going to be Ryan Murphy. And speaking of American Horror Story, bitch, it's been 2 years. When we going to get the next season? Goddamn, I'm waiting. Okay, y'all know that's my show. And I noticed, like, ever since the pandemic started and most of the shows have been going on hiatus, because of the pandemic. And when they finally come back, instead of coming back the next year like they supposed to, or the next few months like they supposed to, they come back the next year, and some of the audience has one, left, and either they don't know or they just said fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that, and I'm pretty sure a lot of my other YouTubers who do recaps and stuff, reviews of these shows, they probably noticed it in their viewership. The people that actually tune in to actually look at our reviews, numbers been kind of low. I've noticed that with a few of my reviews, but I'm not tripping, and I know that the direct cause of that is because of the pandemic and the year that it took off or whatever. So American Horror Story, bring your ass back, because that was one of my favorite shows to get into. But Janet Mock, they was at the premiere of Pose, the party that happened last weekend. For the premiere season, the premiere episode of the last season. This is the last final season. And she gets up there. I guess the time was going fine. Miss Janet Mock get up there and do a 15-minute speech, baby. And she gave you all the fucking emotion. It was a motherfucking bumpy roller coaster, okay? Mama got up there and, she just went off. She was cool for a second, and then Mama got pissed off. And I understand. Janet Mock represents trans women, represents black women. She represents, um, trying to get equality, you know what I'm saying, and injustice in the pay and, representation and all of that, and so she was up there pissed off about that. I am the creator, writer, producer, whatever. I have so many hats on this show, but yet there are not, I'm getting paid $40,000 per episode, and I'm pretty sure her other male white counterparts were getting paid probably 3 times as much per episode, or at least 2 times as much per episode. Probably hell, a way lot more than that. Okay, and I don't think that's fair. Janet Mock been on this show since season 1. This is her baby since inception, so she should at least in 2021 season 3 have been getting a raise. Now, if she only getting paid $40,000 per episode, for season 3. In season 3, what the hell was she getting paid in fucking season 1 and season 2? Okay, what was the raise at? That makes me wonder. And then at this point, she's going off about how, I don't know if it was season 1 she was talking about, it wasn't that many women writers or whatever, and she went to Ryan Murphy to try to get more, had to beg him to bring on women writers, which you would think a show that's about women issues, regardless of if they're trans or not, it's still women issues and dealing with women basically. And you would think that they would bring on more women writers or whatever to help with this, and trans women and things like that, but of course not. We're still gonna have that inequality, that fucked up period in there, and so she had to call him out on that. And she was like, she didn't like the first couple of episodes. Now, I don't know if she was talking about this couple of episodes in this new season, because I will say, even though I liked the first couple of episodes that they gave us, I did not like how it felt so rushed. I did not like how they put so much stuff in there. And I did explain, like, it's a scene, with the character Damon. They just, the way that they wrote him off or whatever, and just, didn't barely put him in the first episode, and he's no longer on the show for the rest of the season. I didn't like that. I didn't like the way that they did that, rush that they didn't explain certain things or whatever. But it didn't stop me from, getting the feels of Pose, but I can see things changing, so I can understand where her frustration is coming from. She also basically said, fuck Hollywood. Okay, she literally stood up there and said, fuck Hollywood. All right. Now, in the midst of this tirade, which I understand, we get frustrated at the, not being fairly treated and everything. This is where she lost me, and this is where I had to jump up off the train, baby. Because I said, Janet, I was with you. I was with you. Fight for what's right, baby. Fight for what's right. But when you put your personal business out there and you embarrass the fuck out of your significant other in front of a whole room full of people like you did, bitch, and if he's still with her, baby, you better than me, because all it takes is for me to be healing. Because let me tell you something. I don't understand how these reality. I do understand because money. They getting paid to stay with these people because you would not Kirk and Rashida me on TV. All right, you would not Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson me on TV, bitch. Okay, you will not fuck me over on national TV, bitch, or in the fucking public anywhere and me stay with your ass. Okay, that is what you won't do. I am not about to be out here looking stupid, bitch. You hurt my heart. Okay, you hurt my heart in the most public way, the most humiliating way. This bitch got up there and said, Angel. Now, if you don't know, Janet Mock and Angel, who plays Poppy on Pose, they've been together for at least the past couple of years, okay? And she said, bitch, I came here, I was going to let you loose, okay? I was going to let you loose at one point, you know what I'm saying? But instead of doing that, I fucked the crew member, all right? I cheated on you, baby. But let me tell you something. I don't want to lose you. I need you. I don't want to come home to an empty house or whatever. I don't want to be there alone. Baby, I'm so sorry. Please don't leave me and all this shit. I said, girl, what? And told the man to stand up in front of these crowds of people and told their business like this. He had no idea, and you put all this shit on blast. Bitch, pull me to the motherfucking side, okay? Pull me to the side, all right? That's what you do. I said, oh my God. Oh my God. Bitch, I wish I would have been there. I'm messy, okay? I'm messy to a certain degree, okay? I probably wouldn't have said those shit, but I just would like to have witnessed that shit. That was fucked up, okay? You do not do that to your significant other and expect them to want to stay with you. You humiliated the fuck out of that man, okay? Get damn near emasculated the fuck out of him in front of goddamn everybody. All right, don't tell me that you cheated on me in front of everybody, bitch. Whisper that shit in my ear while we at home so I can just get my shit and leave. You know what I'm saying? Don't. Poor Poppy, okay? No, he pouring his heart out to Angel on Pole and he getting his heart broken. I mean, ain't no telling what he did that led to it or whatever, but still, you do not do no shit like that. And she was supposed to have an interview with Good Morning America later that day or the next day or whatever. They canceled that. I said, mama just snapped, okay? Sometimes enough is enough and it just comes out. When people reach their boiling points, I understand. But baby, one of those things was not needed. Somebody go look up and see what Angel doing and is he free? Cause baby, he better than me if he took her ass back. Anyway, moving on from that, Natasha Rothwell, she plays Kelly on Insecure, just in case y'all don't know. All right, I was just thinking about Insecure like the other day, actually earlier today. Was it yesterday that I tweeted that? I tweeted it yesterday. I was like, y'all remember that episode? I think it was in the last season. When was it last season or the season before that? When Issa threw that festival or whatever, and Kelly was, what's the rapper name? His name Anime or something like that. And he was playing that guy, and she was acting like she was British. Kelly is like one of the funniest characters on Insecure. I don't give a fuck. All right, and I wish they would expand her role too. But she's one of the writers on there, and I did not realize up until probably like the second or third season how much Natasha actually does. She's really out here. She's really, one of those, she's a writer, you know what I'm saying? She's directed and written for Insecure, the whole series or whatever. And she's out here getting her shine on. She just inked a multi-year deal with ABC Signature, and the deal is to supposedly in the 8-figure ring. I said, baby, get your money, man. Okay, get your money. See, I love it when black people, period, are out here just excelling, okay, and just doing the damn thing. And especially black women, because, we underrepresented, and so that's beautiful. You got Issa with her deal with HBO and all that stuff. And then you got Yvonne Orgy, her book about to come out. Let me tell you something. Yvonne, a.k.a. Molly, the way that she cut her hair, bitch, mama is beautiful, okay? She beautiful with the hair, but that little fade that she got, I said, bitch, you better do that shit. She be rocking that. All right, I was like, girl, all right, let me click like on this, like on that. She out here doing her thing. Natasha out here getting deals and shit, and the deal is said to be a pack which is in conjunction with Disney General Entertainment BIPOC Creator Initiative led by Tara Duncan. Don't know who that is. And she would develop new projects for the television and via her own production company, Big Hattie. I didn't even know she had a production company. Bitch, you know, I'm trying to get in where I fit in, girl. I see the inspiration each and every day. I get inspired, and it's just like, Ashley, you got to get on your shit. You got to get on your shit. You got to get on your shit. I don't know what it's gonna take. I don't know who gonna bite it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing that a lot of us YouTubers, especially the ones that actually, you know, I'm one of the ones that did not come on this thing looking for career opportunities and things like that. I came on YouTube because a bitch was bored and I just said, fuck it. I was inspired. I was looking at the Scorpion show. I was looking at Sweet Addictions. You know, I was looking at Funky Dineva, and I was like, you know what? I can do this too. This seems cool or whatever, you know, and that's how it is. And I became consistent or whatever. And it was just a fun thing to do to basically relieve some stress off of me after I got out of school and came back from work or whatever. You know, I can just be myself, be free, give my opinions and all that stuff. And then, you know, when things start rolling and people start reaching out to you saying that they watch and all this stuff, you start getting like in your mind, like, I really do enjoy doing this, and I can really see myself taking this a little bit further. So now, I would say in the past maybe 3 years or so, no, yeah, 2 or 3 years, I've started to take this way more serious and try to do more with it. And, you know, with a lot of us YouTubers who think like that, we know that, you know, those big people, whatever, from those companies and stuff and production people and TV shows or whatever, especially the reality TV shows, they watch. They watch, okay? Especially the cast members, they watch. And it's like, don't be a secret viewer, bitch. Say something, you know what I'm saying? Shout us out, you know, give us some props, you know. But hey, it is what it is. So congratulations to Natasha. And that little story was to just say you can make a career off of YouTube if you want to, if you want to go that route, but you just gotta be patient because it's not gonna start right away. And I say that because, you know, I just shouted out a few YouTubers at the beginning, and people, I'm always getting this question. How do I start? How do I build my audience? You have to stay consistent, okay? And you have to have patience because it is not going to pop off right away. I'm from the era where it took a minute for us to pop off. These days, though, depending on what it is that you're doing, like if you a couples channel and shit like that, and you messy and a drama channel, sometimes that shit'll pop off real quick. The younger generation, they got more tricks and stuff, but you know, you just gotta stay in it and stay with it. Be original, be authentic, have your personality shine through, and you will flourish. You will flourish. You just have to be willing to go the long game with it. You know what I'm saying? And not think for short term. You know, I get a YouTube channel, I'm gonna get all these subscribers, I'm gonna get all of this. It's not gonna happen like that. It's not gonna happen like that. So you gotta think baby steps first, okay? That is my advice to anybody trying to get into the YouTube game that has a channel and you're like, I'm not getting the views that I think I need. You know, sometimes you probably need to switch it up a little bit. Or you just need to, like I said, stay consistent and just hang in there. Do not give up, because when it happens, it will happen. I was on here and I wasn't getting that many views, and then Bad Girls Club came around, and it was this one particular episode I will never forget. I don't remember the episode, but I remember going the fuck off, and just a flood of motherfuckers just started coming through, and it was on and popping ever since then. Okay, you know, so you just have to stay consistent. It's gonna take a minute, but it's gonna happen. All right, I hope that hit somebody. You know, moving on from that. 5 people have been arrested in connection of the kidnapping and shooting of Lady Gaga's dog and dog walker. Okay, first of all, it just baffles me every time I hear this story, even from inception. They always put the fact that the dogs got stolen first. Fuck the fact that the dog walker, an actual human being, got shot and almost lost his life. He's secondary. He's down at the bottom. But the dogs are important, okay? Because they're Lady Gaga dogs. I said, girl, all right. Baby, they said it was some gang shit and they didn't target her or whatever. It just happened. Stupid. It was just all stupid. So hey, it is what it is. Kodak Black, he has avoided jail time in his sexual assault case that was involving a teenager. He had entered a guilty plea for assaulting a high school student. Um, it says an act he was indicted for on first degree sexual assault charges back in 2017. The nigga is a rapist. They said that the bitch, he pled guilty to biting her and doing all this other shit to her and everything. But I guess with this plea agreement that he's pleading guilty for, it's lessening his chance of going to jail, and it's just, it suspended the 10-year sentence that he originally faced, and so now he will only be on probation for 18 months. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair to the victim, and I do feel like he did that shit. The way he talks to women on the internet, I can see him physically doing some shit to them, okay, to people in person, you know what I'm saying? Like, the court can work for you and it can work against you, and sometimes victims of sexual assault and shit like that, they get the shit end of the stick, and it is unfortunate. But he agreed to the terms of the plea deal, which include him vocally taking responsibility for his actions, agreeing to go to counseling, and apologizing to the victim, which he did in court. He got the easy way out. Okay, whatever. Moving on from that. Bitch, Shekinah and Tiny. Oh my God. I haven't even eaten nothing yet. Girl, see, this is why I'm in the predicament that I am. I literally eat one meal a day. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop doing that. And then the doctor gonna tell me that I have gained 3 pounds. Bitch, where? Like, I'm still stuck on that, y'all. It's a couple of weeks later, and I'm still stuck on that. I gotta go see how much I weigh, because I know. Well, now I ain't gonna do that now, because, Mother Nature is calling, and, that bitch give you, like, at least a couple of pounds of water weight. So I'm assuming that's where it came from, okay? I'm assuming that's where it came from. But, anyway, Shekinah and goddamn Tiny. See, this is what makes me weary about. And this is why, no, I ain't gonna say that. No, I'm gonna say it works both ways. This is what makes celebrities and people who, not necessarily celebrities, but, celebrities, people who are successful, people who are, the titan in their field of industry or whatever, have a successful, job or whatever they're doing and all this stuff, and they hire up somewhere, not necessarily famous or whatever. People of standards, you know what I'm saying? This is why it is so difficult, unless you did not grow up with me or whatever. A lot of these people don't like to have new people come on, to be friends with them or whatever, and befriend people, because it's a trust factor. And I can understand why they don't, okay? Because you never know when a bitch will turn on you, okay? When that you waiting for that other shoe to drop, okay? Like, okay, you cool or whatever, we vibing and all this shit, but what exactly do you want from me? You gonna ask me for some money? If I get into a lurch or whatever, something, you gonna spare my business when we fall out? Bitch, Shekinah is that bitch right there. I don't like her, okay? She funny and all when it needs to be or whatever, and I used to really like her back in the day when Tiny and Shekinah was real close and she was on the Family Hustle, show or whatever. But now in recent years, after that crying over the Gucci store and crying over this and then getting involved in Tiny and T.I.'s situation, I don't care if her name got put in it or not, bitch, you didn't have to speak up. And even if you wanted to speak up on your part, you literally put the nail in the coffin for T.I. and Tiny and further the speculations about these sexual allegations that they got going on them, okay? You made it worse for them, in a sense, because you brought way more attention to it, all right? You're getting on your lies. You don't know when to shut the fuck up, okay? And I do judge people. You're not supposed to judge people, but I do kind of do that, and I'm pretty sure we all do. Judge people by the people that they keep around them, okay, as friends, and I just realized that, especially with some of these celebrities, I can never be cool with them like that, because I see your surroundings and I see the people that you keep, And it's just like, I don't fit that mold, and I just can't be a kisser. And I don't agree with that shit. You know, this shit or whatever. Shekinah, like, you about your business, but you talk too damn much. Tiny and Shekinah are no longer friends at this point. We would have never known that had Shekinah not got on Bigo and Instagram Live discussing the whole situation. Why did we as the public need to know that? Why? I didn't understand that, okay? And I seen this all on the blogs a couple of days ago or whatever. And I'm just like, we didn't need to know that, girl. We didn't need to know all that. You know, basically put it out there that, you know, she was pissed off about the fact that, you know, when them allegations came out, Tiny was sitting there coaching her to say what to put out there or whatever. But then when people started coming for her and she was getting dragged in the media with it or whatever, on social media with it, you know, Tiny wasn't protecting her or didn't say come to her defense or whatever. Bitch, I wouldn't come to your defense either, because I didn't tell you to say that shit. And if she ain't nobody tell you to get involved. But then again, that you because you a grown ass woman. I'm not about to sit here and do another bitch dirty bidding, okay? That's what I'm not gonna do. Not at my big age. Not at, we in our 30s, babe. Okay, we are in our 30s. That's some 20s, young 20s. That's some young 20 shit that you allow yourself to be manipulated so that you can stay close to a person or whatever. You can stay in with a person or whatever. That's what you're trying to imply, okay? If she could tell you what to say, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I will call my friend out in private, all right? I will never put our differences out there. And I hate that shit. You get on live and you spilling all this tea and everything about what she didn't do, how much you got paid during the family hustle when you was on there. You was the lowest paid this, and she never did this, and woo, woo, woo. We don't care. We're not supposed to know that. That is not what a real friend does, okay? Let me tell you something. If I ever become friends with a celebrity, okay, I went through an experience where I was cool with a semi-celebrity. Y'all probably know that. And to this day, we're okay. We're okay. We didn't talk for a few years, but we're okay. We actually talked to each other last year. We broke that ice. We figured some shit out or whatever. The relationship will never be the same that it was. I realized that, you know, but we're cordial. We're okay, you know. If she says something to me, we follow each other, and it is what it is. But till this day, you will never know, and you don't know what it is that went down between us, because I'm not that type of person that's gonna put our business out there. Because at one point in time, until this day, still, I do have respect for that person. I still do care for that person, and I still do got love for that person. So regardless of what it is and how much we probably hurt each other, I'm not going to sit here and spill the tea of a friend or somebody that I thought, I considered, or who was my friend. I'm not going to spill that shit publicly. Real friends don't do that shit, okay? Shekinah, I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. Like, what is your end game? You want people to hate the girl or whatever? Like, I don't feel like we would have known that y'all not friends like that had you not put it out there. We don't care. And even if Tiny would have, even if it would have got out there and Tiny said, oh no, me and Shekinah, we're not cool like that no more, that's probably where it would have ended. That's probably where it would have ended. We wouldn't have got no details, because we don't need that. I do not like people who wait to use your tea against you once y'all fall out, to put you on blast. I don't like that shit. That's some fake ass shit that tells me that you was never that person's friend at all. You was just waiting. You was just waiting. All because you was hurt. They probably hurt too. Okay? And she can do some shit too. Tiny, and now if Tiny get up here, and I know Tiny ain't that tit for tat type of bitch, you know. She can get up here and spread your shit out, and I'm pretty sure she know a whole bunch of shit about your ass as well. But we see that she hasn't done that shit though. Okay? That just the differences of character. I don't like that shit. I really don't. That's why if I ever become cool with a celebrity again, bitch, on that level, y'all bitches will never fucking know. Depending on who it is, especially, y'all will never know. Okay? Bitch, My fave can hit me up right about now and be like, girl, what's up? Let's chat, let's talk or whatever. I be giddy as fuck. I be giddy as fuck. And I will be the one that be like, bitch, do you really want, listen, I know you ain't bring it up, but I wouldn't mind signing an NDA or whatever, because girl, I get it, okay? That's me. Like, I will not say anything. I'm protective of people, and I'm protective of people's secrets and shit like that. I'm not a vindictive person like that, and I don't understand why people need to do that when you're ending a friendship. That's trifling. A friendship, a relationship, because at one point you love that person. You love that person enough to stay with them through their bullshit. So now you're just gonna blast them afterwards. Bitch, shut the fuck up. I don't like that. Anyway, moving on from that. The Rock is considering running for president. I'm tired of celebrities trying to run for presidents. I'm sorry. He probably got a good chance, but, and I actually do like The Rock, but I don't know where he stands politically. Sometimes he a Republican, sometimes he a Democrat, sometimes he in the middle, But either way, I'm tired of it. After the shit show that we had last presidency, we don't need no more. We don't need no more celebrities trying to jump in, but hey, it is what it is. The Recording Academy has announced changes to its nomination process. They getting rid of these secret committees and shit like that after all the bullshit that happened with The Weeknd and him boycotting the Grammys. He said, I don't give a fuck what y'all do, okay? I'm still not coming back. And that's his right, and I understand why. Because The Weeknd had one of the hottest selling albums, okay? Whether you like it or not, that bitch was every fucking where. And that goes to show you, like, the Grammys is not necessarily all about, record sales, okay? And that's what people get confused. That's what the Billboards is about and American Music Awards is about. Those are about record sales and chart placements and shit like that. But the Grammys is not, you have lesser known albums that haven't sold that much that be getting all these Grammy Awards and shit like that. So that goes to show you it's not about how much you sell and how popular you are. So, but I do think that he was snubbed. He should have got at least a couple of, nominations at the last Grammy Awards. But we'll see. Moving on from that. So this whole situation with Candy Burris and goddamn Wanye Morris from Boys to Men, listen, it was bitch made. It was bitch made on his part. And let me put this out here, because people don't understand. Just because you call somebody out does not mean that you don't have respect for them. Does not mean that you're taking away from the validity of their work. Does not mean that you don't know that they are legendary in the game, okay? Does not mean, like I said, that you don't have respect for them and you don't know what they're doing. You're just calling them out on a particular action that needed to be called out on, okay? And this Wanye Morris needed to be called out on his bullshit, okay? I didn't agree with what he said. I didn't agree with, and not necessarily what he said, it's the way he said it and went about it, all right? He's allowed to respond to criticism if he wants to, but with the vitriol that he came with, he just did too much. He did too much for something that was so little. Candy was doing this little Instagram live interview with Eddie Levert from the legendary OJs and his daughter, and they were just discussing some things or whatever. And just like a regular interview, she was answering questions. Okay, she didn't bring them up. She was answering questions, and yes, she could have said no comment. She could have opted not to say anything, but in good spirit, her probably thinking, well, just me saying this, and I'm saying it in a respectful way, it's not gonna cause any issues. And we've seen other artists do the same thing and nothing happened, so why do she have to say no comment? And this is not me, standing for Candy, because I can call that bitch out on her shit too. But at this point, she was asked the question because she's a songwriter, she's a producer, she does all this stuff behind the scenes. Even though we don't see no new music from her, she's working behind the scenes, boo-boo. Okay? And so he was like, Eddie and them, they asked her, what was your one of your the people that you actually had a good time working with, one of your favorite peoples to work with, or something along that line. It was like good and bad experiences. So first we did the good. She said, you know, once she got warmed up, and they got warmed up to her and they got to know each other, whatever. She had a good time with Destiny Child. She had a great time with TLC. Those was the two that I remember her saying. Then they was like, what was your most difficult, you know, artist or person to work with? And she named Boyz II Men. You know, she said it was years ago, ages ago, you know, there's no beef, it's cool or whatever, but Boyz II Men, they had a little issue, you know, in the studio. I didn't get all of what was said or whatever, but from what I saw, she was not being disrespectful. She answered the question. She didn't go in on them. She didn't go, and this motherfucker did this, and this motherfucker did this, and this ego shit, and this shit, and this shit, and they think they all that. Fuck them niggas, okay? The way Wanye came at her, it was almost as if she cussed him out and talked about his mama, okay? And singled his ass out because he is the only one from Boyz II Men who has responded to this. I said, bitch, first of all, you're bored, okay? You gotta be. Listen, I don't understand. Like, ain't nobody talking about Boyz II Men. Well, last week was like the 30th anniversary of their first album, I believe. So, yeah, they was in the media, on social media about it. But other than that, wasn't nobody talking about Boyz II Men like that. You know what I'm saying? And this is not to disrespect them, okay? And that's not a bad thing that people wasn't talking about them. That means they ain't got no drama going on, so that's great. We don't know if they behind the scenes making a new album or not, okay? And then here you come, the first time we hear from y'all in a minute, you come on some bullshit trying to refute her claims and trying to down her and make her look bad and everything, you know, basically trying to make it seem like, you know, ain't nobody been trying to call you. You ain't put out a hit in a long time yourself. You can't sing. Well, we know Candy can't sing like that. Okay, so why did you have to throw that out there like that? She didn't nitpick and pinpoint your ass like that. It was just really petty. It was really bitch made. And I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like it. You know, he went in so hard, and I was just like, I'm not understanding it. You're trying to discredit this girl as to what she's done. You know, oh, you're not doing this and you're not doing that, and besides what you've done in the past, you're not really popping right here. You know, you're on your Real Housewives and all that stuff. That's cool or whatever, but musically, what are you doing? Okay. I don't care if she wrote on these artists things or they sample some shit from her. Candy's still out here doing her shit. And Candy had to flex and show her little award that she recently won in 2020 for her work or whatever it was on the Ariana Grande album, the song Break Up With Your Girlfriend. Either fucking way, I don't care if she wrote on it. I don't care if the girl, it was a sample or whatever you want to get technical with it. Candy's still out here doing her thing. And I don't like for people to discredit other people because she did not discredit them. Okay? She did not put them down. She said, you know, we did good work, but, you know, they was a little difficult to work with. And what makes the situation worse for me is the way that he came at this black woman. You are a grown-ass man that came at this black woman with all of this vitriol, with all of this heat or whatever, like you about to go fight the bitch, okay? But yet, you acting like this is the first time that you've heard this. Dallas Austin, a producer. Babyface, a producer, who said way more shit and way worse shit about Boyz II Men. You ain't come for them, but you took the moment to come for her. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why? The lady wasn't trying to start no drama. And y'all can say, well, she didn't have to say this and she didn't have to say that. She could have. He didn't have to say nothing. The other members from Boyz II Men didn't come out and say nothing. They weren't bothered by it. And if they were, they still didn't put it on the internet. Like, come on. It was totally unnecessary. I didn't like it. I didn't agree with it. You know, if you wanted to respond to it, if he was asked the question, what his thoughts were, whatever, he can say, you know, I respect her, that's her opinion or whatever. I respect that. That was what she felt like, and, you know, that was in the past. And that could have been it. That could have been it. You know what I'm saying? But no, we had to go in, and you can't sing like this, and you can't sing like that. Bitch, we don't care. We don't like Candy because she can sing, bitch. We all know the bitch can't sing. She yodels. Go. Okay, bitch. We get it. Like, stop it. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. You know, this the same Wanye Morris who literally got on the Breakfast Club and said basically Brandy was old enough to get fucked when he was dating her. Okay, like, Mind you, he was 20 something, 25 years old. She was 16. Like, come on, you out here dating underage. Girl, shut up, Wanye, shut up, Wanye. And let me tell you something. Wanye sings with his hands and he talks with his hands too. The whole time I'm looking at the things, I was like, boy, put your hands down. Mind you, I've been doing that the whole time I've been doing this review. Girl, anyway, moving on from that. There is apparently about to be a chicken shortage, okay? And we got to blame the pandemic because chickens been getting stuck in this place or whatever, and this plant had to close down and can't the government pick it up here or whatever. And then when the weather got bad, stuff got stuck here and stuck there as well. Girl, what we gonna do? Mind you, when I found this out, I had went to Chipotle and asked them to put some extra chicken on my burrito bowl. Because you know they be skimping. They be giving you all the goddamn rice, all the fucking other shit, and then they'll give you like 2 pieces of chicken. I be like, no, give me 3 scoops, okay? Give me 2.5 scoops, okay? You gonna put a little bit more on that shit. But, you know, pray for the chicken, y'all. Kamala Harris got on Good Morning America and gonna say, you know, talking to the comments of this senator, black senator at that, Tim Scott, who said that, you know, America isn't racist. She basically said, no, America isn't racist, but we also have to speak the truth about the history of racism in our country as it exists today. Oh, excuse me. Kamala, the one time I get your name right on the first try, you're gonna go back to being Kamala, okay? Or did I get her name right? Bitch, who cares? Because at this point, I did get it right. I get it right. This country was built on fucking racism, and I am baffled when black people say that this country isn't racist. If the country was not racist, we would not have all the shit that's going on. We're not saying that everybody in this country is racist, but we do say that the country is racist, okay? We can say that just about a lot of countries, all right? But to get on TV and to really say that, girl, all right, that's y'all vice president. Some of y'all up in the comments like, and this is why I said I didn't want to vote for that bitch, okay? This is why I wasn't going up for that bitch like everybody else was. Okay, girl, shut up. Shut up, all right? You know, she gonna have to clear that up. Bitch, you gonna have to come back and clear that up because I ain't understanding. Melinda Gates and Bill Gates, girl, multi-billionaire Microsoft founder and all that shit, they done broke up after 27 years of marriage, y'all. Get them sugar daddy applications. That shit was so fucking funny. People were really going into their DMs and trying to, like, you know, shoot they shots and shit. Bitch, that is hilarious. Not hilarious at the fact that they broke up, but, you know, the shit, Black Twitter, we just do a whole bunch of stuff. We make a sad situation funny all the fucking time, okay? That's how we deal with pain. Gotta find the joy or the laughter in it. But, I mean, what y'all want me to say? They broke up. Everybody breaks up, okay? It is what it is. Moving on from that, speaking of people that I thought that was broken up, who keep playing with us, leave us the fuck alone, okay? Erica and Safari. You know, Erica and Safari, they get together, they break up, they get together, they blast each other on the internet. I would never do no shit like that. I would never do no shit like that, bitch. No, okay? And then I'm going to get back with them. Oh, hell no. I'm not going to embarrass my boo like that, okay? No, okay? And then y'all get back together after all this bullshit y'all out there talking about some y'all finna get divorced, but then you get back together and now you're pregnant with baby number 2. They make some cute kids, but goddamn, okay? Congratulations, but leave us the fuck alone, okay? Moving on from that, the last story before we get the fuck up out of here. YMF Lucci, that nigga can't catch a break, bitch. He been charged with some with a dozen suspects indicted in a racketeering case. that focuses on crimes committed among the Blood Street gang. Okay, a case is a 75-page, 105-count racketeering indictment with the Fulton County DA. Bitch, it's a lot. Reginae finna get her Yandy Smith on, okay? Her Yandy Smith on. She finna be, trying to do that ride or dash shit like she did for me and DC ass, knowing damn well that motherfucker ain't gonna do the same thing for her. Alright, but hey, it is what it is. This what you do. This is the consequences you gotta pay, bitch. I don't know what to say. I don't know. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for YFN, okay? But y'all tell me how y'all feel about this. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. I'm going to try to enjoy mine the best that I can. And I will see you guys later. Please be safe out there, all right? Peace.